Hello everybody, in this video I'm going to be showing you guys all my main speed cubes. So with that said, let's begin. For 2x2 I use the Dayan 2x2. It's a very good cube, and this one here has a stickerless core as you can see. I've also tried the Moyu 2x2 and the V2, and I like this cube over those. This cube is very controllable for me, and I did not like the V2. And the Moyu 2x2 is a little uncontrollable for me, but it's very good, and that's what I use as my backup main. And I average about 4 to 5 seconds on 2x2. For 3x3, I use the Moyu Aolong version 2. This is a very good cube, and it has the newer plastic, because I've heard the older plastic does not respond very well to lube. Before I use this cube, I used the Moyu Aolong version 1 mini. It was very good, but it corner twisted quite a bit, and it's not my backup main. So this one here is very good, and I highly recommend it. For 4x4, I use the Moyu Aosu 4x4. This is pretty much every SpeedCubers 4x4 right now. It's very fast, and it's very controllable, and it doesn't have any catching issues. It doesn't pop that much. And it's much better than the Shangshao or the VQ, which I used for a very long time before I got this, or even the Aosu 4x4. And I average about 55 seconds on this 4x4, and before I'd average like 115, and it would take me a long time to get my times from 145 down to even 115. For 5x5, I used the Moyu Aochuang 5x5. This is a very good cube. It corner cuts very far, and it can pop if you cut too far, but if you cut a small amount, it's fine. And I average about 140 on 5x5, and before I got this, I was maybe up to 150 to 2 minutes with my Shangshao. And before I even got that, my times were probably a low 2 minute, before I got a very good V-Cube, which I don't have anymore. And before that, my times were like 2:30, But this cube is very good, and this is probably a cube that most people would use nowadays. For 6x6, I used the Moyu Aoshi 6x6, and a lot of people said it's not as good as they thought it would be, and I gotta agree, I was hoping it'd be a bit faster and a bit less unstable, because it feels a little bit unstable, but this is way better than my Shangshao 6x6. And that's what a lot of people would agree, but some people that have really good Shangshao 6x6s might use that over this. But if you have a Shangshao 6x6 that is not very good, I'd recommend getting this here. And I'd say I'd average maybe 315 to 330 on this. And yeah, my record is just under 3 minutes, and this is the cube I would get if you do not have a very good Shangshao or don't have any 6x6 actually. For 7x7, I used the Moyu Aofu 7x7. This is a very good cube here, and I'd say I'd average a low 5 minute on 7x7. And I know a lot of people don't really like the pillowed feeling of this cube, but for me it's not a big deal, But a lot of people use the Shangshao Mini, but if you don't mind the pillow feel or you like it, this is the cube I'd recommend getting. It's very smooth and corner cuts a lot, and it doesn't pop that much. For Pyraminx, I use the Moyu Pyraminx right here. Okay, so this cube here has a very good click, but the click is not very annoying, but it's also very firm. And this is the cube I'd recommend over the Shangshao, and the Shangshao was okay, but this here is like a modded Shangshao or a broken in Shangshao, but it's good right out of the box, and you don't really have to do anything to it. And it's already ready to go, and it's very good. And my Shangshao has gotten very stiff, and it's not as good as it was. So this is the Pyraminx I'd recommend. I averaged like 6 to 8 seconds on Pyraminx. For Skewb, I use the Moyu Skewb right here. This is a very good Skewb, and a lot of people seem to use either this or the Shangshao Skewb. And I've tried the Shangshao Skewb, but I like this one better because the click is a lot better. It's not annoying like the Shangshao Skewb was. Even though I never got around to change the springs, I like this a lot better. And I have tried the Lan Skewb, which was fine at the time, but now it's been forgotten, and it's just not very good anymore. And this is like a modded Lan Skewb. It's a very good Skewb. I'd highly recommend it, and I average about 10 to 12 seconds on this thing. For Megaminx, I use the Dayan Megaminx No Ridges, and I don't do Megaminx that much, but if I ever do it and I'm really into it, I can probably get about a 240 on Megaminx. I just do not practice Megaminx that much. It's just not my event, you know. I like shorter ones. And yeah, hopefully Moyu will make a Megaminx. You know, there have been rumors about that, and if they do, I'll probably get that and that'll probably become my main. And lastly, for Square-1, I use the MF8 Square-1 version 2. And there aren't really a lot of really good Square-1s, like ones that like won't fall apart, but this is the one I use here. It turns very smoothly and fast. These ones here are usually very bad out of the box, but just put some Lumix in it and it'll be good to go in no time. And yeah, so that's what I use for Square-1. So thank you guys all for watching. So these are what all my main SpeedCubes were. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys on my next video.